discussing today the PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook. Of course, to log into PowerTeacher, you will need to access PowerTeacher from this link, which is powerschool.spx.org/teachers. This is the access point for all teachers to the PowerSchool Student Information System. Once you log in, you will be inside of the PowerTeacher portal, which is slightly different from the PowerTeacher Pro because PowerTeacher Pro is specifically about the gradebook. So it's going to be all things grades, categories, assignments, weights, all that is going to be in PowerTeacher Pro. So to access PowerTeacher Pro from the portal, we're going to select PowerTeacher Pro here. Once we log into, it's going to take us to the PowerTeacher Pro initial screen. Okay, from here, we have three different components of PowerTeacher Pro. We're going to have this upper header toolbar is what that is called. Here we have the navigation menu. And then finally, we'll call this area here in the center is going to be the work area. So to discuss parts of the header toolbar, the first thing we're going to discuss is the access of the classes. So here is the access of the classes. We can access this class from several years back or specific semesters. So this drop down is kind of controlling what particular time frame we're using this gradebook. And so it's always going to be typically on the present. But if it is not, you can always click the drop down and change it. If you want to go back and view other semesters, then you can also use this drop down to change it. For instance, I'm going to choose semester 1 of 2023, 2024. The only class I had that semester was a homeroom. If I select it, I can see the students that were in it. Of course, if there were assignments, I could also look through the assignments and the grades as well. I am using a summer term to do this training. That is not normal. You will always see the year with semester 1 and semester 2. Okay. Next, we have the create button, which is this circle plus sign. There are 3 things you can create: assignments, categories, or an observation. These are so assignments. Of course, you're creating an assignment, and that's just going to be the name of the assignment and all the grading preferences for that assignment. The category is going to be associated with the weight. If you are doing weighted grading, for instance, you want to have your grade separated by the final exam being 25%, homework being 30%, and all other parts of the grade is going to be classroom, participation. This is where you would add a new category. Also, you can create a new observation, and these are simply notes that are for you to put on particular students. This isn't displayed to the students or the parents. These are notes for your own management of the class. Okay. Next, we have the report queue, and this is the notification sign here is always going to be dealing with reports. If you run a report, this is where you will be able to access the report um, from this icon. Next, we have the help. This allows you to search for help. And of course, all of this help is going to be documentation that PowerSchool has provided. It's not going to be specific to our school, but if you are just trying to generally figure out how to do something, this will be quite helpful to you. Like, for instance, categories. If I select search here, category totals. I can kind of get some general information about that here. Um, it'll go into some detail, but as far as like specifics to our school, then it's kind of not gonna have. It's not. It's yeah, absolutely not gonna have that information. And you can also browse the different categories of or documentation they have here. Um, you might find this useful. And of course, I'm always here if you have questions. But if you feel like you want to figure it out yourself, you have that option to you. Otherwise, you have me, so you can always email me. And then the final thing we have here is this is just going to be your um, uh, initials here. This is Excellent Teachers account. So that's why it's an ET there. You can sign out from here. You can change the font size and the view if that is helpful to you. Okay. The next portion, we have the navigation menu. So on the navigation menu, these are the buttons that are always going to show there: class, grading, students, progress, reports, settings, and apps. I will not be going through every single link within these sections on the navigation menu. Um, but I will definitely touch on some of the ones that we use the most frequent. So under class, these are just going to be some custom class reports that you would be able to run here from just a click of a button. One that I really want to point out to you is student email. If you can get the student email information, and it also creates for you a email um, text that you can copy and paste into your um, uh, email address bar. Okay, the class functions are not really utilized. We have, shelf it for our textbooks, so we don't use it. But observations, if you had created a new observation, then to access those observations, you can um, go to class and observations. That's where those observations will be. Please note that these notes are not tied to any actions. So these are just notes, uh, and only you will be viewing these notes. Okay. Next, we have grading. So we have the assignments and we have the grades. So the assignments, do you want to view you can look at the assignment list, which is just going to give you a list of the assignments, the due dates, the score types, how many were scored is currently 30. This is going to be the number of students in class. All these were graded. This one was not all graded because there's 32 students out of 33 with a grade. So that's just going to help you to know which students have been fully graded. The score sheet is simply the what I would call the grade book. It's going to have a list of your students, the course grades, and then the assignments. Okay. Grades, traditional is what we use, so you can select that to kind of view um, the current final grade for the semester. Also, you can see if they have any missing, late, or incomplete grades. This is just going to be sort of a reporting tool for you. Comment verification, once you close out at the end of the semester your grades, this is where that'll come in, and there will be a different training video for that. And we will definitely go over that. Category totals, this will allow you to see the breakdown of how these different categories are contributing to the final S1 grade. As you can see, I've only had grades in 2 categories, and that's what it's considering with this 83%. In all reporting terms, if there was a S1 and a S2 reporting term for those students, then you would be able to see that comparison here. The next menu item we have are students, and this is where we'll be able to see specific information about individual students. This just wanted to point out here, you may have the case where there's a student that is dropped from your class within the school year. They will not be shown initially when you select this students menu item. To see them, you would need to select this show dropped, and it will show only the dropped students in this drop down. There are no students that were dropped from my class yet, so there are no students here to select. So I'm going to do select enroll, and let's say the first item here is assignments, and this is just going to give me a breakdown of the assignments and the scores that particular student has in that course class for the different assignments. If you select this drop down, you're able to change the student as well as change the student view, which are these different pages. So for instance, if we wanted to do a quick lookup, then we can see the quick lookup. Again, I'm doing this training with the summer term, so I'm having to select a different lookup here. This will be populated for you during the regular school year. But this is just a quick lookup. It's going to give you some information about attendance here, the class, and the grades. Here's some attendance and tardies. It's going to just give you a quick view about the student. Another great thing to be able to view from here is historical grades. If you're curious about historical grades on a student, let's see if we can find. You will be able to see those grades here. So for instance, I can see the grades, and I can see from what term and semester, S1 or S2, also the name of the course, and the grades are here, and if they earned any credit for it. This will be a very helpful tool in just viewing individual information about students, demographics. Of course, there's an address here, and okay. Next, we have the progress. This is a very simple menu item. It's just going to give you the progress of the class as a whole. This is an aggregated function initially, but when you click on it, it kind of gives you a breakdown of the students and where they fall within those distributions. Next is the reporting feature or the reporting menu. You can select all of these reporting um, options. You would need to enter the criteria for the report. If there's specific students that you want to select or remove, you can do that management here by adding or removing a student, checking or unchecking, and also there is a include drop students. So you're able to include drop students in those reports. Formatting is just going to be the parameters for which you want your report um, uh, to be outputted. For instance, orientation. If you want a PDF or an Excel, you can choose that here. And then there's some additional items here that you probably won't use, but you do have those options there for you. Once you have all the parameters there, you will be able to run the report. However, if there is a required um, item that is not um, entered into this form for the report, then this will be grayed out. So typically, if you see this run report is not an option to select, then you have some field that is required that you have not inputted that parameter for that particular report. So once I select run the report, it's going to tell me that the report has been queued. And of course, you can see I have 3 reports here. And once I click on it, I can select that report. And this is what it gives me. That's because I asked for a PDF. So you do have those reports at your disposal. Next, we have the settings. 2 parts here that I want to kind of point out. Display settings. In particular, you're able to change the way the student's name appear to you in your PowerTeacher Gradebook. Also, you can change the sort by, and then your starting page when you first come into the PowerTeacher Gradebook, you can change that to any of these options. Okay. And you want, if you change this, make sure you select the save button. Anything you do in PowerSchool, there's going to be a save button because it does not automatically save. So make sure you save everything in PowerSchool, or else you will lose what you have entered into whatever page you may be on. Okay. So I'm going to save it. It's going to tell me my preferences are saved successfully. The next item is the traditional grades, and this is where we're going to set up our grade calculation. And of course, we will go into details on that particular training video, but I did just want to show you where that is for the time being. I will allow you to click through some of these other items, but we don't typically use them much. So, you can't see the grade scale. This is always going to be the same because we have our grade scale here at St. Pius is goes up to 100. So The final menu option is going to be the apps, and this is just going to allow you to select any apps that are tied to the PowerTeacher portal. Right now, the only thing you can select here is PowerTeacher portal, and it's going to take you back to PowerTeacher portal where you're able to, look at the staff directory, take attendance, all that kind of stuff. Okay. And of course, when you're working in PowerTeacher Pro, you're always gonna, all of these functions are gonna allow you to work within this work area, and you will always have that work area. So that's PowerTeacher Pro. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with you